Number 3. Preventing common fires in the home. Preventing fires in the kitchen. There are lots of things you can do to help prevent fires in your home. Here are some tips for protecting your household. Since 64% of house fires start in the kitchen, it is very important that you cook safely. Children are especially vulnerable, so make sure that they are safe in the kitchen and never leave them in the kitchen alone. Keep matches out of children's reach and, when cooking on the hob, make sure that saucepan handles don't stick out. If you need to leave the kitchen while cooking, take pans off the heat or turn them down. When cooking, keep loose clothing, tea towels, or cloths well away from the heat, as these can easily catch fire. And don't forget to double check that the cooker is turned off when you've finished cooking. Keeping the oven, hob and grill clean and in good working order will also help to avoid a build-up of fat and grease, which could catch fire. If you use a deep fat fryer, take extra care as hot oil can easily catch fire. Make sure that food is dry before you put it in hot oil so that it doesn't splash. If the oil starts to smoke, it's too hot. Turn off the heat immediately and leave it to cool. If a pan does catch fire, don't take any risks and never throw water over it. Turn off the heat if it's safe to do so. It is a good idea to use a thermostat-controlled electric deep fat fryer, which cannot overheat. You need to take special care with electric appliances in the kitchen. Keep appliances and their leads away from water, as this can be very dangerous. And remember, never to put anything metal in the microwave. Above all, never tackle a fire yourself. Get out, stay out, and call the emergency services on 999 or 18000 if you are a text phone user. Or you could ask a neighbour to call for you if you do not have access to a phone. Looking after electrical equipment. There are several things you can do to make sure that your electrical appliances do not cause fires. When buying a new electrical appliance, make sure it has a British or European safety mark, and always make sure that you use the correct fuse to prevent overheating. It is important not to overload plug sockets, as this can cause fires. Try to keep to one plug per socket. And, if you have to use an extension lead, be careful not to overload it. Make sure you know the maximum number of amps it can take. Keeping electrical appliances clean and in good working order helps to prevent them starting a fire, so watch out for danger signs. These include loose wiring, scorch marks, hot plugs or sockets, fuses that blow or circuit breakers that trip for no obvious reason, and flickering lights. It is a good idea to check regularly and replace old cables and leads, especially if they are hidden, for instance behind furniture or under carpets and mats. And always unplug appliances when you're not using them or when you go to bed. You should take extra care when using portable heaters and electric blankets. If possible, secure portable heaters against a wall to stop them falling over. And keep them well away from curtains and furniture. Never use them for drying clothes. It is best not to buy second-hand electric blankets. Examine your blanket regularly for wear and tear and store it flat, rolled up, or folded very loosely. Electric blankets should be tested every 3 years. Your local fire and rescue service or age concern may do this for you for free. You can find contact information on the insert to this DVD. Unplug your electric blanket before you get into bed, unless it has a thermostat control for safe all-night use. Water and electricity don't mix, so avoid getting your electric blanket wet. If you do, wait until it is completely dry before using it again. Never use an electric blanket with a hot water bottle. Cigarettes. Cigarettes are a major cause of house fires, so it is important to take care when smoking. Always use a proper ashtray which cannot tip over and is made of a material that will not burn. Never leave a lit cigarette, cigar, or pipe lying around. And take extra care if you smoke when you're tired, taking prescription drugs, or if you've been drinking, in case you fall asleep and set fire to the furniture. Always ensure that your furniture has the fire-resistant permanent label. Never smoke in bed. Always keep matches and lighters out of children's reach. Make sure that you stub out your cigarette completely and dispose of it carefully. Put it out. Right out. Candles. Candles are another common cause of fires. Like cigarettes, they can easily set fire to things close by, so take extra care when using them. Make sure candles are secured in a proper holder and away from materials that may catch fire, such as curtains. Put candles out when you leave the room, and make sure they're put out completely at night. Children should never be left alone with lit candles.